Hi there. Today we're going to make these nesting baskets, and this is the large one. The pattern's going to come in 3 sizes. So this is the largest one and this is the smallest one. So today I'm actually going to make the medium size one for the middle. So what we're going to need is, I use Lion Brand yarn, Wool Ease, Thick and Quick, and this particular color is Marble, which is definitely one of my favorites. And the other things that you're going to need to do this are, I'm going to use a size I 5.5 millimeter, and you'll need your scissors, a yarn needle, and just a couple of stitch markers. So set those over here and we'll get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is your slip knot. And then you are going to we're going to do 6 single crochet in a ring. So I prefer to just do the my ring is, you can do a magic ring or you can just do the chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is another way to make a ring. And then you just go back to that very first chain and you slip it in there, and you're going to pull it through, and then you're going to go ahead and pull it through the loop on your hook. And so now you have this little ring, looks like a little donut, and you're going to do your 6 single crochet in that ring. So there's 1, there's 2. So you're just going right through the ring, pulling it through. You got 2 loops on your hook, pull them through both of those, and then there's 4 single crochet, there's 5, and there's 6. Now at this point we're going to just keep going around for the bottom of the basket, and then we'll change it up a little bit when we start going up the sides of the basket. But for now, you're just going to look for the first stitch, which is the 2 stitches of the first stitch of that 6 that you just did. So one way to find that is to just kind of turn your work this way, and the last stitch you did is right here. That's 6, 5, 4, and there's 3, 2, 1. And so you're just looking for those 2 strands that form a little V, and kind of hard to see with this yarn, but they form a little V there, and you're just gonna, that's your front loop and your back loop. So both loops, you're just gonna do a single crochet in there, and we actually want to do a increase. So that just means you're going to do 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So we want 1 more in that same stitch. So now we've done 2. Now you might want to mark your with a stitch marker where you're starting, so you don't lose track. And we are actually going to finish out this round just doing 2 single crochets in each stitch. So this is our second stitch, our second single crochet. So there's 2 in that one, then we're going to do 2 in the next one. You might try this with just a plain color. It might be a little bit easier to see your stitches. first time around. We're going to do 2 more in the next one, and 2 more in the next one. And 2 in the next one. And we run into our stitch marker. Take that out. And we're going to go 2 and the last one. And so just to check our work, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have 12 bumps. All right, and so here we're going to go ahead and put our stitch marker back in to the last stitch that we just did. Move it out of the way. And we're going to go around again, putting 2 single crochets in each stitch. And so that we'll have, when we're done, 24 stitches. So if you don't use a stitch marker, you can just count. You can just go 1, 2 in the first stitch, and then 3 and 4 go in the next stitch, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 go in the same one, 11 and 12 go in the same one, 13, 14 go in the same one, 15 and 16 go in the same stitch, 17 and 18, and then in the next one you have 19 and 20, and the next one 21 and 22, and then in our last stitch here, remove that, and we're going to put our last stitches 23 and 24. Now the next round we are going to put our stitch marker back in. We're going to do 3 single crochets, and then so that in the next 3 stitches you'll do 1 stitch in each of the next 3, and then you're going to do 2 stitches in the 4th. So, and you're going to just repeat that around. So we're going to do 1, that out of the way, and 1 in the next one, 1 in the next one, and then our increase. So then we're going to do 2 in this stitch, 2 in the same stitch. Got it? So then we're going to do that again. We're going to go 1 in that one, 1 in that one, 1 in that one. We've done that 3 times, and we're going to do 2 in basically the 4th stitch of our pattern. And then so you're going to do that again. You're going to do 1 in that one, 1 in the next one, 1 in the next one, so you've done that 3 times, and then 2 in this one. Do it again until you get to the end of the round, and I'll meet you there. Okay, hopefully you're at the end and you've got 4 stitches left to get to the end, or yeah, 4 stitches left from the last row. So we're going to finish this round up. So there's 1 in that one, 1 in the next one, 1 in the next. Take our stitch marker out and put 2 in the last one. So we need to do that for the next round, except we're just basically the same thing. We're just going to add a stitch in our series. So instead of 3 in an increase, we're going to do 4 in an increase. So we've just we're just adding stitches to go around our circle. So there's one in that one in that one, that's 3, one in the next one, that's 4, and then we have our increase right here. So we'll put 2 in that stitch. So that's pretty simple. I'll do it one more time with you on camera. There's 1 in that one, 2 in, well, 1 in the second one, 1 in the third stitch, 1 in the fourth stitch, and then you do your increase, or 2 in the same stitch. So go ahead and do that around to your stitch marker, and I'll meet you there. Okay, we're at our stitch marker. This is where we put in our increase, or the 2 single crochets in the same stitch. We're done with that. And so now what we want to do is we're going to go start the curve of our basket. And so in order to do that, we are going to just do the back loops only. So right now we should have 36 stitches going around, and so we are going to do 36 just in the back loop only. So that means you've got your stitch right here, which is the little V shaped, and then you're going to just go in the back loop only back here. So pretty simple. You just go right there. I'm going to go ahead and mark where we're starting this row, or ended the last row anyway. That all there. And just keep going in the back loop. We're just doing single stitches, single crochet. And you just keep going around. No increases, we're just doing 1 single crochet in every stitch. And this is called the back loops only, or BLO. Simple enough, right? So just keep going in the back loop only all the way around to your stitch marker, and I'll meet you there. All right, we're at the end of the round, doing the last couple. Probably get rid of the stitch marker for now. Do the last one in the back loop only. Now we're actually gonna, you're curving around, you may be doing it curving up this way. This is gonna be we're gonna want to like just kind of roll it this way, because we're gonna start working around this way. And this is the inside of our basket, this is the outside of our basket. You should know it because here, that's where your little tail is right there. So we have finished the back loops only, but we're going to do just one. We're going to do a slip stitch to finish out this row. We're going to do a slip stitch in the next stitch. So just go through and then don't yarn over, you just pull it through. There you go. And we're going to do 1 chain. And so that's the way we're going to work up our sides of our basket. Every time we come to the end of a round, we're going to hit that, do a slip stitch when we to the first chain of the row, and then we're going to do a chain 1 to go up and then go around for our next row. So for the next 4 rounds, all we're going to do, we're going to change the stitch up a little bit. We are going to do a half double crochet, but that's just going to make things, we're going to be able to, we can do fewer rounds that way and it'll build up faster. So we're going to do a half double crochet, which is just yarn over and then go into the next stitch right there, yarn over, and you've got 3 loops on your hook. So you're just going to yarn over and you're going to pull it through all 3. That is a half double crochet. So I'm going to do that again. Yarn over, go through the next stitch, pull it through. You got 3 loops and pull it through. Yarn over and pull it through all 3. Just keep doing that. Yarn over, go through, pull through, and then pull through all 3. Yarn over, pull through all 3. I just love this yarn. It's kind of obsessed with it right now. I just love this marble color. And these nesting baskets, you can kind of go a little, you can kind of make it your own and do different things with it. I wouldn't go much bigger than the large that's in the pattern, simply because it's not gonna be that sturdy. This is about as big as you're gonna want to get, because if you get a little bit bigger, then you start getting floppy, and depending on what you have in there, you know, it's not going to be sturdy enough if you go much bigger than that. So continuing on, just half double crochet all the way around, and you should have 36 in each round as we go up. And let's see where we're at. We still have to go all the way around to here. So I'm going to do a few more with you, and then we'll go off camera and finish up the round. So yarn over, go through, pull through, yarn over, go through, yarn over, pull it through. Got it? So I'll meet you back at the end and show you how we connect the end. All right, we're close. We're still working on our half double crochets to finish this round. And we are here at the end. Here is your chain 1 that you did to start the round. You can just kind of tell that it's got a little, it's a little bump, a little ridge there. Do the last half double crochet into that last stitch, and then we're going to finish off the round by doing a slip stitch. So you just push it through, pull it through without yarning over. That's your slip stitch, and then you just do a chain 1, and that's how we finish off each round. So we're going to start the next one in this next stitch right here. We're going to do a half double crochet in there, and we're going to do a half double crochet in the next one, and we're literally just going to do this all the way around. And that will be our round 2 of 4. And so I will meet you again at the end of this second round. Here we are once again at the end of the round. So doing our half double crochet there. And we're going to do our last, see, we got that little bump right there, so we're going to stop. We're going to finish that one and then stop right there. This is where we're going to go into this top of that chain, slip that in there, pull it through your stitch, and that's your slip stitch. Things nice and tight. Pull back and forth a little, and then you do a chain, and then we're just gonna check our work right here, something to mark the beginning of each row. So we're going to start with that next stitch over, and so I'm going to go and count the stitches. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. There's 32, 34, 35, and 36. And then we have our turning chain. We won't count that, or our chain. So we have 36 half double crochet. So far so good. And then we're going to just do 2 more rounds, half double crochet all the way around. We're not gaining anything, we're not decreasing anything, we're just doing 1 half double crochet in each stitch. So go ahead and do 2 more rounds from here, and I'll meet you at the end of that. All right, we're at the end of our 4th round, doing the last half double crochet at the end. We're going to do our slip stitch into the top of that chain. We're going to do a chain 1. We're going to pull that up right here, and we are going to stop there and do mark our where the handles are going to go. So I'm just going to keep this right here. This is going to be the center of the back of the basket, and I'm just going to pull it like this, fold it in half, and I'm just going to slip a stitch marker right there, and then we're going to do it on the other side. Doesn't have to be perfect. There you go. And then now we're going to know where to stop, and we are going to continue with our half double crochets, but this time we're going to stop before we get to the stitch marker. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do 1 more. And then we're going to stop. We're going to skip this one. We're going to skip the one where our stitch marker is, and we're going to skip the next one. So we're going to skip 3. And when we do that, we're actually going to do a chain 3. So you're just going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to go over here on the other side of our stitch marker. So we're skipping this one, skipping this one, skipping this one. So our next half double crochet is going to go right in here. There you go. Now you have, that's where our handle is going to be. So we did 3, 6, 7. And now we're going to continue around to the next, till we get to the other side, to the other handle. Just gonna do our half double crochet. Now what's neat about these baskets is you could actually, if you don't want to go want them so deep and you want it more shallow for something, so like if you didn't want it any higher than this, you could actually just take out a row or 2. So you can really make it your own. Just take the rows out of the middle and then finish it off the same way that the pattern shows. And you can use these literally for so many things. They're really fun to have. Who doesn't want baskets around the house, right? Let's see. You know, I'm always looking for something to, some kind of little container to put things in. So here we are again. We're at the other side, and we're going to stop one before the stitch. We're going to skip that one. We're going to skip this one with a stitch marker. We're going to skip this one, and this is where we're going to go dive back in. So we do need to do our chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to come over here. We're going to do our half double crochet. So we're yarn over, go through. We got 3 on our hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Probably should have done that on the other side of the handle, huh? And then just our half double crochet to finish out the round till we get back to the back. And we're ready to do another round. Here we are. There's our bump. We'll do our slip stitch and our chain. Now we are ready to do one more round of half double crochet. All right, we can go ahead and take out our stitch markers. We won't be needing those anymore. And we're just going to go around again with our half double crochet, but we do have to make sure we compensate for the missing ones where we have the hole here. So you're just going to do a half double crochet around. Just keep doing that until you get to the hole. And I'll show you what we're going to do here. All right, so we are going to put a half double crochet right here. I just go right through that little loop, and then I'm going to put 3 in the hole. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do the next one right here. So we're going to go right in there. So you're just going to do the same thing until you just keep doing the half double crochets until you get to the next handle. All right, we are at the next handle, or the other handle, almost. A couple more here. Okay, so you just have that little, I call this a P shape. So the letter P, if you can kind of see it, you go up, and then there's your straight edge, and then there's this loop. So if you kind of pull it apart, anyway, that helps me. Maybe it's a backward P. Anyway, and then we're going to do 3 in the space, like so. And then we're going to jump over to here to finish out the row. And just keep doing your half double crochet. And actually this is our last round of half double crochet. We are almost done. So we are almost to the back, the center of the back. We got one more here, right there. Then you have your bump. We're just going to do our slip stitch again and our chain 1. Pretty simple pattern, really. So now we're going to finish it off. So this is the last piece. This is the fun part. We're just going to have this neat little rim like so around here, and you can it's called a forward, I did a forward crab stitch. It's the same thing as almost pretty much the same thing as a reverse crab stitch or a reverse single crochet, but it's, to me, it's a whole lot easier than trying to do the reverse. So what I'm going to show you here is we're just doing single crochet now, but so we're just going to go into the next one, pull it up, keep your stitches nice and loose, because we're just going to do a little twist here. We're going to turn it around like that. So let me do that, show you that again. So I'll just drop that too. So we're going to pull that up like so, and then we're just going to turn it around before we pull it through, and then we're going to pull it through. So then we got this little bumpy thing. So now we're going to go into the next one like so, and before you finish out the single crochet, you're just going to turn it around like so, and then you're going to grab it and pull it through. I love this stitch to finish it off. It just gives it this really cool little bumpy ridge. So we're going to do that again. We're going to go in, and we're just going to turn it around, pull it through. We're just going to do that all the way around. Turn it around, pull it through. Here, this is why you want to keep it kind of loose, just your stitch kind of loose, because if you get that too tight, you're not going to, once you twist it, you're not going to be able to get it. Here, pull that through. So right here, like, I'll show you. You turn it around, and if you're doing it too tight, you're not going to be able to get this to pull through like that. So try to keep it semi-loose. Pull it over, going around. Go into the next one, pull it over. Next one. It's kind of, yeah, I'm giving it a little tug to pull it up to, and before I twist it around. And then go on to the next one, turn it around, pull it through. See how you're getting this neat little bumpy ridge? And so just keep going around until you get back to there, and we'll show you how we finish up. All right, we are almost done. So we're going to do our last stitch here. Pull through. We'll need that. No charge for the extra hair, right? All right. So we're right here, and so I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to pull this up, give myself enough room to get it nice and tied off and secure. So I'm probably going to go about that big. My rule of thumb is usually at least as long as my hook, and in this case I'm using one of those clover hooks. They're kind of fun to work with. I switch back and forth with my, I think it's Susan Bates or Susan, anyway, the other traditional, the ones that have been around for a long time. All right, we're just gonna pull that through. Done with that. So all we need now is our stitch marker. Nope, well, this is a yarn needle, not a stitch marker. I was looking at the stitch marker. Okay, here we go. So we're just gonna pull that through, and then I don't know if you've seen this before, but to get this through this, I just give it a little twist, and I usually will fold it over rather than try to stuff that raw end in there. And then I just pinch it as I'm stuffing it through the needle and just kind of roll it all up in there. So, and now if I don't pull it out of there, I won't have to rethread it again. And if you give yourself plenty of tail to work with, then you're not, well, it just saves you a little bit of a headache. So we're just going to come in here, and we're just going to kind of come back, go right in there, and go right, come out that bottom of that other, our first stitch, I guess. And we're just going to go wrap it around a couple of times. so that it finishes off like it started. I want that to come up through here. We're just going to wrap it around again. That's pretty good. Now we're going to go into the inside to weave it in. So I'm just going to go through about 3 stitches or so, like so. And I'm going to pull and get this kind of nice and tight, but not so that, I mean, you still want some definition in your stitches. And then I'm going to come back through, but not through the very same one. You're going to come over one more. We're just going to go back the other way, weave it in so it's nice and secure. There we go. Pull it through and just give it a tug. We got that little bit. That's going in the stuffing bin. So there we go. All right. So there is, you just kind of shape it. There's our fun little basket. These are great for plants, putting a plant in there. Oh, and then you do still have this one where you're just gonna go in there and just weave it in. Just go in a couple stitches, pull it through, whoops, go in a couple stitches, pull it through, a couple more stitches, pull it through, and just kind of weave it in a little bit before you snip it off. And then we have this fancy little basket. I kind of like to turn out the tops. And let's just see how it looks. If you want your nesting, voila. Or mine are going to be full of stuff, so they'll probably never be nesting. But this one I did so here we have the one we just did had just opening for on each side, and my smaller one has just an opening on each side. You don't want to really make the opening any bigger than that, but something a little variation I did with this one is I actually did I did a bunch of openings. So instead of just doing the half double crochet all the way across, you do a couple of chains and you leave a couple of stitches, skip a couple of stitches. So that's just a variation that you can do. Anyway, there they are. Hope you like that. Thanks for watching. Bye.